Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, Life with Darielle. I am Darielle for anybody that is new, and if you are new here, hey girl, hey, I hope you consider joining the fam bam. Definitely check it out, look at some of the content that I have, or even if you enjoyed this video today, I definitely hope you guys consider subscribing. So anyways, you guys, we're gonna get straight into it. You can tell by the title, you can tell by that thumbnail, you already know what today's video is going to be about. Like, we're going to be chatting, y'all. Like, just chatting about different things. Basically, this is going to be kind of like a life update for me. And I want to check in with you guys as well, because this is literally the first 31 days of the new year. You know, it had a great start, needless to say, with, you know, people on social media and just trying to accomplish all these different goals, you know, that we have. You know, there are some people who didn't make it to the first 31 days of the year. I want to say RIP to them. But for everybody else that did make it, you know, by the glory of God, because he decided to wake us up every day. So it's always a blessing to wake up every day. And for my first 31 days, I don't know, it's been pretty great. It's been some challenges, you know, being overwhelmed a lot. Not as much, but you know, some things are just very overwhelming, and one of them you saw was in the title. So it's gonna be like 3 breakdowns. I'm just kind of checking in with you guys first, make sure that you guys are okay. You know, just leave some comments down below. Let me know what you've been up to, if you accomplished something that you wanted to accomplish this month, or maybe what you want to accomplish next month. If you need somebody to talk to, I'm always open to talk to people. You know, I'm a great listener and I give great advice for what I've been told. But like I said, for me, for my first 31 days, it's been pretty decent. It's been pretty good. Definitely working on different things and structuring my life the way how I need to and figuring my stuff out. So on to the next topic, y'all. I know I said in a few videos ago, like, I don't know if I'm going to talk about like wedding stuff or not, but I'm kind of at a point where it's like, I am stressed, I am overwhelmed, and I sometimes don't know who to turn to outside of like my fiance, and it's like sometimes I want other people to talk to. I do have a therapist, so if you don't have one, I always recommend people to get a therapist. It is great to have somebody to teach you some different coping mechanisms and just talk to something through things that you're normally not comfortable talking to other people about. So with my wedding, I realized very freaking quickly how stressful and expensive a wedding can get. I started off the process literally this year. So if you don't know, I got engaged last year, October, and I just started planning now in January. I took, I want to say, probably about like a 3-month break between getting proposed to and now, because for one, I moved in the same month that I got proposed to, and there was just a lot of exciting things going on. I was just like, I'm not ready to actually commit to this, especially trying to get adjusted into going from, you know, living with family to now we're living on our own. So I finally decided, okay, January, I'm gonna finally start planning my wedding. And y'all, I'm over it. Over it is literally probably an understatement for me at this point. Like, y'all, I'm literally to the point where I am honestly considering canceling everything and going to the courthouse. The only sucky part about where I stay at is that they only allow up to 8 guests, and I know some people will probably be like, oh, well, that's enough people. I'm like, yeah, but you know, when you want certain people there, and it's like, dang, it kind of sucks you can't be there. And I've thought about going out to eat afterwards, but I'm like, it kind of don't make no point or no sense too, because of some other stuff too when it comes to like the courthouse. It's a process. Like, you don't just walk up in a courthouse and say, yeah, I'm gonna get married today. Like, that stuff that y'all be seeing, that's not how it works. It's actually a little bit of a process. Not that much, but there is some steps for like our county before you can actually get married. So after looking at that, it is cheaper to go to the courthouse, get married, and just invite very close. When I'm talking about close, I mean like we actually have a bond, a relationship with you. We speak to you, we see you here to there. Like, that's what I mean by very close family and friends. But then I was like, I don't know, because when you invite more than like 5 people at most restaurants, they normally like to use only one card. And it's a certain percentage for gratuity that gets charged on your actual card. So you have to make sure whoever's card that goes on, that the people have the money to go, that they even have the money to begin with, and then on top of that, that they have the money to get back to that person. I was like, that's just too much for me. So then we started looking at, okay, well, maybe we could do a reception. Y'all, when I tell you, The cost went from 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Y'all, when I tell you the price has significantly increased every time I turn around. You have to pay for this, you have to pay for that, you have to pay for this, you have to pay for that. First off, it's not cheap, especially if you're getting a venue where you don't like the chairs. You have to pay for chairs in. I know some people are like, well, I'll get chair covers. I'm sorry, chair covers don't look that good to me. Personally, I don't like them. I haven't ever cared for them. I don't like them. And I know some people are like, well, if you're trying to fit within your budget, just do it. I'm like, yeah, but at the same time, I feel like if I'm gonna spend money on something, I'd rather spend money on something I'm actually gonna like and not just be spending money just to say I spent money. You know what I'm saying? So then on top of that, if you're trying to DIY and do your wedding yourself, I know a lot of times we see on TikTok and we see on social media of all of these girls talking, oh, I DIY'd this, I did this for my wedding. That's not for everybody, okay? DIYing your wedding, yes, you will save a lot of money, but at the same time, it does add a lot of unnecessary stress that simply could have been handled by a party planner, you know. But when you think about getting a party planner is freaking expensive. Hold on, I gotta take off my glasses for a second so that we can really talk. But getting a party planner is so freaking expensive, more expensive than what I even freaking realized, because I'm not used to putting on like parties for myself. My entire life, outside when I was younger, the last birthday party I had was when I was 12, and I didn't want another birthday party after that because nobody showed up but close friends, or like close family friends and family. Those are the only people showed up. None of my friends had showed up. So from there, I really just, if I like literally go on a backstory about why I don't really like to deal with people sometimes, that is one of them. But I'm learning and not trying to penalize everybody that I meet now. So yeah, and then after that, I had a birthday dinner with like a bunch of my friends at the time, and they all showed up. It was great. But outside of that, I'm not used to putting on events for myself. I had a graduation party, yeah, but I didn't really handle none of that stuff. My mom handled all of that. I just pretty much just attended at that point and just kind of said what I wanted. But now as somebody who's getting married and having to be a little bit more involved in the actual planning, because you know at the end of the day what you want. And if for anybody who is blessed enough to have people in their life that know exactly what they like, exactly what they want, I love that for you. Me, on the other hand, I don't really have anybody in my life that really can say to somebody, this is how she wants her wedding, she doesn't want this, she doesn't like that. I don't have that. So now trying to do this all on my own, it's like so stressful. You have to find a venue, and having a venue in certain spots, like for instance a hotel, they're going to charge you, if you're doing your reception with them, per plate. You don't just pay for the venue itself, you're paying, so they'll charge you per plate. So if you're having 50 guests, a lot of times they're like, plate prices will be like $138 per person. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's fine, $138 isn't bad. But let me do the math for you really quick about how it don't sound that bad, because I thought it didn't sound that bad either until I did the math, right? You're paying $6,900 just for people to sit and eat. And God forbid they don't show up, then that's $138 each person that you just paid for, that's the food's just sitting there for free. So that's why it's like, I am having a micro wedding. I refuse to, God forbid, have something bigger than a micro wedding, because for one, I haven't ever felt comfortable paying for people to come and sit and watch us eat, dance, and all that. Like, I don't care for that. It's more so for me about the love and the love that we share. And 50 people unless it's considered a micro wedding, which is what we're having, a micro wedding. But I'm also at the point now where I'm like, do I really feel like having 50 people? Because then I have to pay for your chairs. You get what I'm saying? And I'm at a point where it's like, it's not really an appointment for me to have 50 people there. Like, I feel like if we don't talk that often, or if you're not there for me, why the hell am I going to pay for you to come to my wedding? You're not attending, you're literally attending for free. So it's like, that's pretty much where I'm at right now. It's like, I'm very stressed and overwhelmed with this wedding planning, and nobody told me prior to, like, I've always heard like wedding planning is stressful, but nobody that I've actually known that has actually gotten married, nobody has actually said to me like, hey, these are some of the tips and advices that I can give to you. I had just gotten married, you know, just as some suggestions, you know, and advice, so that like these are things that nobody told me. So now I'm on my own journey of getting married and figuring out everything myself. I don't come from a background where everybody in my family is married, so nobody there can like really give me tips or advice. But the one thing I always hear people say is have a small wedding. I'm like, little do you know, I've always only wanted a small wedding. Some people have said go to the courthouse too, which I thought about, but I don't know. The courthouse is just not as intimate. If you want a photographer there, I know some people are like, well, why do you need a photographer? But because I want the memories. But when I was looking at that, like, people were charging like $1,200 just to come to the courthouse for like probably less than an hour. I'm like, the damn devil is a lie. So that's pretty much where I'm with my like wedding planning, is figuring out exactly what we're gonna do, what is the most smart and feasible way for us at the end of the day. And if that means only having, you know, 15-20 people there, that's what it means. And it's no offense to anybody, it's not that I hate anybody, but I feel like we get so caught up when we're planning events and weddings and doing these changes in our life that we take into consideration about others way much more than considering ourselves. So like I said, I don't hate nobody, but baby, it's not giving spend 20-30K on no freaking wedding. It's not giving that at all. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep y'all updated with my wedding journey a little bit. But on to the next topic, weight loss. Y'all, I didn't think I would get to the point of I would document me losing weight. Let me tell you why I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight because when I tried on wedding dresses, it just, some of them look really flattering on my body, and then the style, certain style dresses just did not complement my body at all. And I realized what my biggest problem was is my stomach. My stomach is a little bit more bigger than it, not a little, it's a lot more bigger than it used to be. So instead of the dress being able to curve to my shape, obviously yes too, sometimes the dress still has to be taken in anyways, it kind of gave just not so much, like, because my stomach, you know, that's it takes up so much. And I was like, I don't want to, God forbid, feel like this or look like this on my wedding day. Like, I want to be healthier, look healthier, be smaller, and be happy. And I'm always big on be confident in yourself, be confident in your body, but it's no problem with losing 27 to 30 pounds or more. Like, as long as you are keeping yourself healthy, doing it at a healthy, safe pace, then you're fine. And I'm just kind of like at that point of like, I want to document my weight loss journey, because I don't know how many people are out there like me that want to lose weight, and something that's motivating them as well. Like, my motivation is being healthier and also looking nice in my actual wedding dress. So I'm kind of excited. I did go to the gym today, so y'all can expect to start seeing me, like, y'all have seen it before, like me documenting myself in the gym. My gym at my complex is not that nice. It's very small. It's definitely given early 2000s renovated gym, but I like took into consideration and, you know, talked to my fiance about it. We just didn't think it was smart to take on another payment plan for like a gym membership, where I'm like, you know what, there's a free gym in our complex, I can make it my own. As far as like, I bring my own, I bought weights, as you guys would have saw in my last vlog that's in the description box below. So I bought weights. I've always had, I bought a what are those, like, yoga mats. I bought a yoga mat like a year ago. I have a jump rope that it's still in the back like almost a year later, but don't worry, she's about to get used. And yeah, next thing I want to invest in is a stepper for the gym. and like one of those like bars that you use to squat with, because I'm just kind of like, it makes no sense to me to give Planet Fitness, because we would be paying for the Black membership because it allows you to bring more than one person, and allows, if we wanted to go to other locations, we're able to. So we would be paying like what, 20, I think that membership is what, 20 something dollars, I can't remember, 24 $25, or probably a little bit more, I cannot remember, on top of the bills that him and I already have. That just was too much. It's a gym in our house. We'll figure it out. We'll make it work. And in due time, God will bless us with, you know, something better. So, you know, I'm just at the point. Learning how to, y'all are going to watch me learn how to eat smaller portions than what I am eating now. Going back to practicing making more healthier dishes. So I am just so excited for y'all to come on with me on this journey. But that is all for today, you guys, with this Let's Chat video. I definitely hope you guys had enjoyed the video. So definitely don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And until next time, my beautiful people, peace.